Hi, this is Mark Choklingam. I have seen a variety of posts and discussions lately. I don't know if some of them are written by AI on LinkedIn, specifically glorifying the IBP process, Integrated Business Planning process, as something superior to S&OP. And some of these posts also tend to talk about or kind of try to represent that IBP is a distinct process, it's a strategic process, and it has to be viewed as such while the organization has an S&OP. And sometimes they even preach that they have different objectives, S&OP having a different tactical objective and IBP having a strategic objective. And that really grates on my nerves. S&OP as a tactical process, this is the first time I'm hearing that. And in fact, I don't know if it is an AI slop. Many people are publishing, side by side comparisons of S&OP and IBP. And I believe we are on the wrong direction on this. So at the end of the day, my experience implementing IBP process or S&OP process for organizations over the last 20 years is that the S&OP process, especially when we arrive on the scene, is typically either a demand-heavy S&OP process or a supply-heavy S&OP process. A demand-heavy S&OP process is typically dominated, attended by folks in finance, sales, and marketing, and demand planners, obviously. The supply-heavy S&OP process is typically attended only by the supply chain folks, from people from logistics, manufacturing, raw material planning, what have you, right? So from the factory, only supply chain people attend, and then there may be a token presence by one of the sales managers. I have seen those meetings as well, and it's just pitiable that they would just come together and talk about it and make decisions. But at the end of the day, the demand folks and the C-level folks think that it's a supply chain meeting. So now distinguishing the S&OP and IBP may result again in the S&OP becoming a supply chain or a supply heavy process, planning process, and the IBP a demand heavy process. And it may gravitate eventually to a meeting that would discuss top line numbers and numbers that are just put together by finance, maybe at the brand level, and that will disconnect any type of connection to operational planning or SKU level planning that is the lifeblood of the S&OP process.